Hi and thank you for visiting my channel. Do you know your Pi network coins can now be transferred to any other public address? You can now withdraw them to your personal wallet or an exchange that accepts the Pi network. You can now be able to sell your Pi network coins, as Huobi and XT exchange has listed the Pi on their exchange. Now you can sell and buy Pi from this exchange. Now I am gonna tell you how you can deposit and withdraw your Pi coin in this exchange. First, you need to have an XT exchange wallet. Then proceed to register an account, which is very simple, using your email, and make sure you have a very strong password to secure your account. And next they will send you an email with your verify code. Input the code, and your account is ready to buy, sell, deposit, and also withdraw Pi coin. Now how can you withdraw your Pi coin from your Pi network wallet to the XT exchange? Now this is where this video is very interesting. Make sure you listen to this attentively, so you won't miss any steps I'm about to take before I go on. We take a lot of time and hard work in making this video for you, and all that I ask from you now is to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. First, you have to make sure that your Pi coin is in transferable balance, and you must have done your KYC. And next look for a merchant that can accept Pi to USDT, and then send him your Pi coin and copy your USDT address from your XT exchange, and then he will transfer you USDT in your XT exchange. When you have successfully deposited your USDT in your X exchange, and then proceed to buy Pi network from the exchange. Interesting, right? This how I've been doing it and exchanging my Pi to USDT. I hope you can follow my step 2. And please make sure that you look for a verified merchant to send you USDT. Please be careful not to fall into the hands of scammers. Pi coin is wealth. If the exchange charges a fee, you may have to pay a modest cost to withdraw. Let me also address some of the most frequently asked questions in this video. Concerning the Pi network, this is a great video for beginners who are just getting started with the network. Depending on how deep you go into the Pi network, it can become quite complicated. One of the first questions people have about the network is whether it is safe, and after conducting extensive research on this project, I can confidently state that it is completely risk-free. It also means that people like us may use and benefit from the coin. If you want to understand more about this, check out some of my other videos, but I simply gave you a basic synopsis of what the coin is and what it could be. In fact, if you do some research on the project, you will discover that it is completely safe. These 3 individuals who have a long history on the internet founded the network. In addition to that, the network has clear data protection policy for anyone who is concerned about losing their data. What I know for certain about the project is that it was incorporated, and was even valued at around $20 million as early as 2020. Remember that this was when the network only had about 3 million active users, and that number has since grown to over 35 million. We know that the project's developers or original creators are real authentic people, and their backgrounds have been validated and verified. They were all Stanford University students, some of whom published computer science research papers and founded their own businesses, and they all have the knowledge and experience. I can say that no one has ever lost data or anything as a result of this platform. Rather, it appears to be a cryptocurrency gamble with the purpose of developing a cryptocurrency that can be used for online transactions, and, to be honest, it appears to be a cryptocurrency gamble. There is no reason to be worried of this enterprise because you will not lose any money. Mining Pi doesn't take long, and we haven't heard of a single case of people's data being stolen or anything bad happening on the network. If you want to join, make sure to enter an invitation code. If you still don't like the app after trying it, all you have to do is delete it from your phone. That's all there is to it, and there's no point in complicating things. Further, mining Pi coins can be a slow process, especially if you're just starting out and don't have many referrals, and it's fair that people want to know how much a Pi is worth right now. I did make a video about this in the past, and all I did was calculate or estimate the supply of Pi. So far I was able to calculate a supply of 6 billion Pis using this Excel document. All that remained was for me to calculate or simulate demand, and I wanted to keep things as simple as possible. I discovered that the Pi is divided by the supply of popular cryptocurrencies such as Stellar, XRP, and Bitcoin. Now, very few people will be able to have these kinds of numbers, but one thing to remember is that everyone on this network will benefit in some way, and all you really need to do to earn more Pi is spread the word about this project to your friends and family, because the more popular this project becomes, the more unstoppable it becomes. Nobody ever loses money when they use Pi, but how much you are rewarded is determined by how much effort you are willing to put into the network. Which brings us to the next question. When will the Pi network be officially released? If you're new to the Pi network, you should know that this project has 3 phases. Phase 1 was really about the developers figuring out who the project's kings were, and we're currently in phase 2 of the project. This is where we're at. There are various answers as to when this will actually happen, but according to the official Pi Network Reddit page, the project is expected to reach Phase 3 in 2023. It doesn't get any more specific than this, but I believe it gives the authors and developers a lot of leeway in terms of how much they can potentially do and whether or not the project will be delayed in the future, and I believe this is a reasonable estimate for the entire project. The next question that people have is how we can mine picoins from our phones. To fully understand what is going on, we must consider cryptocurrencies such as Stellar. Stellar is based on the Stellar Consensus Protocol and it operates differently than Bitcoin. The supply of XLM coins in Stellar is pre-mined, which means that all of the coins that will ever be available are already available and are simply being released over time. This means that even though these coins are tailored to you, you won't be able to obtain them all unless you're active on the network, which means you press a button every day. The network does this to ensure that people continue to interact with the network itself. It also has the advantage of ensuring that mining Pi is as simple as using your cell phone or laptop. People's next question is, what am I going to do with this Pi after it's officially released? Answering this question is a lot of fun. There are so many things that the developers here want to do with the Pi network that it's difficult to cover them all in a single video. But in essence, they want to create a marketplace similar to Amazon where people can sell products and services and another person can pay for them using Pi. And if you think about it, this is essentially its own localized economy, and aside from that, you can pretty much do anything with it. The designers of this project also considered additional applications for Pi. Another way to use Pi is to have businesses market their products on the Pi network in exchange for payment in Pi. This means that these businesses will have to purchase Pi from us in the future, effectively raising the price of Pi in the future because of how flexible and many use cases a cryptocurrency like Pi can potentially have. I think this is a really interesting way to use it. Pi network is a social experiment, and much like other experiments, it could either be successful or unsuccessful. In my opinion, the team behind the Pi network has a vision that is distinct from any and all other cryptocurrency visions. They oppose the use of Pi coins as shares in any capacity, money-holding places. They have the goal of it being a legitimate kind of currency. In order to accomplish this goal, they are attempting to develop a Pi economy by utilizing early pioneers. A Pi economy is a place where individuals may trade products and services while paying for those transactions in Pi. A value of Pi will be produced by this on its own. The preliminary work has already been initiated, and early pioneers are currently submitting recommendations for the types of apps that can be used by early pioneers to trade products and services. When it comes to the fact that a significant amount of Pi will be dumped on the exchanges when trading begins, this is something that is highly likely to occur if Pi is not used as a currency among pioneers before to the beginning of trading. It would not have been necessary to dump it if it had been utilized in this manner. Even if there is, I am willing to take the chance of losing $50 or $100 in order to purchase some in the expectation that I would make a profit in the future. This means that these developers will be able to build apps on top of the Pi network's blockchain, and with that they will be able to create Pi-based applications such as games, Facebook, YouTube, and others. I believe that many of these developers will become millionaires as a result of this process because if they create any kind of decent application they will make a lot of money.